I was like waiting, like watching my phone, being like, oh my God, just like anything.
While we all know now that the cast of Stranger Things is nothing short of full-blown stars, the road to that title could be considered a little crazy. So let's find out all the kooky stories the cast experienced when auditioning for the roles of a lifetime. Number 1. Primal fear indeed. The actor who completely inhabits the role of the terrifying Vecna actually had no idea what role he was originally auditioning for.
When they sent that through, I was like, well, I kind of know what this is.
Instead of being given a Stranger Things script, Jamie was given sides to Edward Norton's character in Primal Fear, and an excerpt of the movie Hellraiser. Even with all the mystery, Jamie still managed to kill it, literally.
It was all like really instinctual. I was like, I'm just gonna do it and just see what happens.
Number 2. Two-Take Joey. Originally hailing from the UK, Joseph Quinn never worked in America before he was asked to audition for the newest season of Stranger Things. In classic audition style, Quinn sent in one self-tape. The Duffer Brothers adored it, so he sent in a second and was offered the job. The turnaround was so quick that Joseph claims he doesn't know why the Duffer Bros offered him the part of Eddie Munson so readily. Number 3. Roller skating to success. When offered the role of Max Mayfield, Sadie clearly was willing to do anything to grab that role, including telling a lie. Well, a half-truth.
It's true. It was not a lie. I have rollerbladed before.
When offered the part, Sadie very confidently claimed she could roller skate. Turns out the truth was she had roller skated once in her life. Regardless, the role became hers, and in good actor fashion, she very quickly learned the skill. Number 4. We get so emotional. When originally auditioning for the role of Eleven, the Duffer Brothers saw something in Millie but needed that extra oomph.
The Duffers just asked if we could have her try it again.
When Millie sent in a second, more emotional audition tape, everyone, including casting director Carmen Cuba, was more than impressed, and the job was hers.
At that young age, it was very impressive, as you can see on the series.
Fun fact, Millie spoke in her American accent the entire audition process, even when speaking as herself to the producers. Commitment is key. Number 5. Calling in sick. Finn immediately impressed the casting director and producers by being so darn funny in his audition tape, which happened to be filmed in his bed due to him being sick.
You could tell he had energy and was really excited to play the part.
Once he booked the role, Finn continued his funny streak by directing all the other kids within the scenes he was in.
Try to imagine what it must have been like when they cast the Little Rascals.
All that bravado paid off because Finn is now about to direct his first feature. These kids are unstoppable.
Do you remember 2 days ago with the magic trick?
Number 6. Spielberg approved. Casting the part of Will Byers was a challenge since the character wasn't around much in the first season, but would be carrying the second season.
So we were looking for a lot from this character, and he had experience on stage.
Once the casting director saw Noah, she knew he had the innocence, youth, and charm needed to tackle such a role. And since Noah was coming off working with Steven Spielberg, a major Duffer Brothers influence, he was an immediate shoo-in.
Really just brought it every time we called him in, so it was very exciting to see this first tape.
Number 7. Eduardo could have been an Eddie. Newcomer Eduardo Franco initially read for Eddie Munson, that role that has now made Joseph Quinn a star. However, there are no ill feelings towards losing the role to Joseph Quinn. In fact, Eddie has gone on the record saying, "I'm so happy it went to him. He's so lovely. They made a beautiful decision. I back it 100%. Number 8. Hakuna Matata means no worries and great experience. Coming from Broadway as young Simba, Caleb had the power and energy needed to round out the cast. According to casting director Carmen Cuba, he nabbed the role instantly, and his energy created the chemistry felt between the cast to this day. Can you feel the love for Caleb tonight?
Except I didn't tie it to a string. It was actually flying.
Number 9. No bit player. Priah Ferguson, who was originally supposed to have a bit part in season 2, playing Lucas's iconic little sister Erica, was such a powerhouse that the creative team decided to include her in more scenes. She was eventually promoted for a bigger recurring role in Stranger Things 3, and continues her streak as Erica in season 4, thus proving there are no small parts. Number 10. Right out of the gate. Sorry. Gaten endeared himself to the creative team and essentially booked the role of Dustin off his first audition.
He was an excellent surprise.
He was such a surprise performer that the Duffer Brothers wanted to tailor the role to Gaten's real-life personality. Talk about flattering.
Swear first. The most excellent promise you can make.
Number 11. Hungry for the part. Competition is tough for actors, so sometimes you need a real edge.
Hi, I'm Dacre, and I'm going for the role of Billy.
And actor Dacre Montgomery understood the assignment. In one of the more famous audition tales, Dacre decided to make a short film for his audition, and finish it off by mouthing, "Hungry like a wolf," in a G-string.
Name's Billy.
Number 12. A guess in the right direction. Winona Ryder was already a well-known movie star, but due to personal struggles, had been out of the spotlight for some time. That is, until casting director Carmen Cuba read the pilot of Stranger Things. Upon reading the script, Carmen felt a pull towards Winona, and took a guess that she'd be perfect for the role. Looks like this casting director could go into the psychic business.
I think that's it's in some way that is official.
Number 13. In this case, it was literally up to you, New York, New York. Casting director Carmen Cuba had been a big fan of David's for years, and always held out that he would someday be a star. When the Stranger Things script crossed her desk, she knew that was the part for him. And in a tiny room in New York City, David Harbour auditioned for Stranger Things, and Carmen knew he got the part, even in the room. Number 14. Average Joe. The most average of all the audition stories, Joe Keery originally auditioned for the part of Billy. After a few months had passed, the Duffer Brothers couldn't get Joe out of their mind and asked him to audition for the part of Jonathan. After that didn't pan though. The third time's a charm, and he nabbed the part of Steve.
Oh man, the jerky boyfriend, okay, whatever.
And TBH, Joe always felt he wasn't suited to Jonathan. And any Steve fan can thoroughly attest to that statement. Number 15. Talk isn't cheap. Fun fact, the part of Robin may have gone to Bridgerton actress Nicola Coughlan. However, Maya Hawke won the hearts of the Duffer Brothers, so much that they even have modeled the way she speaks to fit her character.
I'm talking like Phoebe Buffay on Adderall or something. Like I do this really fast talking thing.
In the 4th season, Robin has many a monologue, which was stressful for the actress. But the brothers assured Hawke she'd memorize it in 2 minutes, since it's basically her talking. Flattering. Number 16. Try and try again. With her first acting role in the Hannah Montana movie at age 12, Natalie was used to the audition process. However, that doesn't necessarily mean auditions were a piece of cake for her. When asked about her process with the Stranger Things audition, Natalie answered, "I auditioned twice for the role. I thought I bombed the initial audition, but then I got the callback and I thought, I bombed that as well." I guess in this instance, bombing actually means nailing it.
You act like you don't even know us.
Number 17. In search of the loner heartthrob. When casting the part of Jonathan, the Duffer Brothers felt it was an uphill battle. They wanted someone who was mysterious, edgy, eccentric, but not too eccentric, but also gentle, a loner and a heartthrob. It was a very narrow target. After scouring the US, the Duffers turned to the UK. When they saw Charlie for the first time, they relaxed. They found their Jonathan, and fans found their heartthrob. Number 18. Didn't need to haunt anyone's dreams for this part. As an 80s horror movie staple, Robert Freddy Krueger Englund originally wowed the casting director when he auditioned for Crooked Mayor Larry Klein. And while they passed on him for that part, a year later when the part of spooky Victor Creel came up, he was just the man for the part. Number 19. Wine time. Cara Buono has been on the acting beat since she was 12. So she knew a good script when she saw one. And according to Buono, she knew she wanted to be in the show as soon as she read the pilot of Stranger Things. And just a little look into her acting process, Buono was the one who decided to make Mrs. Wheeler a wine drinker. Number 20. Mad About Paul. While this TV veteran may have not been watching the show, his son got him on the bandwagon real quick. Once Paul was offered a part, he was thrilled to be on the self-proclaimed the coolest show on TV.
I didn't know for a long time which way he's going, so that was kind of cool.
And it didn't take much for Paul to say yes, since the Duffer Brothers didn't even give him a script, but a limited description of the character, not even knowing if he was a good or bad guy. Word of mouth matters. Well, it was a wild ride, but the casting was dead on when it came to creating the world that the Duffer Brothers set out to do when putting together the cast of Stranger Things. Which casting story caught your eye? Comment below, and be sure to like and subscribe to The Things.